far. So I think, again, very similar, repeating some of the things that we learned on the panel earlier on, actually. I think that, for me, it is focusing on what Stuart managed to achieve in Shelter in terms of agreeing a strategy for the future. And that strategy has to be people, process, technology, data. Okay, it has to be. So we can prevent ungoverned cloud adoption, the sprawl that I talked about earlier on. We need to standardize, listen to Gartner, listen to Stuart, as well as me, to think about how we can standardize where possible to reduce that skill set and reduce the problems that we've got in terms of recruiting and myriad of different things out there. We need a data and metadata strategy sponsored by the leadership team. It needs to be part of the DNA of an organization in order to be successful. I was at Harrods a couple of weeks ago, and they've got some fantastic things when you walk behind the scenes around the shop. It's posters about everyone's responsibility is data and so on and so on. Really powerful messages, but it shows the leadership vision that they have there. You'll need to leverage AI. You'll need to manage data using AI more and more into the future, but you can leverage it to catalog your data assets. Having a view of your data assets is going to be key to give you differentiation in the future in that digital era. The key thing then is turning that data into value, democratize it. And if you've got that catalog, we've got Google-like tools that you can search, that you can put in front of business users to get insightful analytics and compliance through insight when you've got good governance around the data in the GDPR story that Stuart was mentioning. And then it's about using metadata and AI to govern your data. So we can't rely on humans anymore with that proliferation and that volume and that scale and that data outside of our organization as well as inside. We need to automate that. And AI can help you do that. Automatically integrate data so you don't have to build mappings, for example, high agility. Automatically cleanse, first time fix, as Stuart mentioned, at the point of entry rather than fixing downstream, which is 7 times more expensive. When you've got that catalog of assets, you can identify risks. And you can start to push down automatically things like masking, obfuscation rules to secure your data, a principle I call secure at source, rather than try and fix it. There is a huge problem right now in things like Q&A, test and development, proliferation of data in Excel spreadsheets, as Stuart defined. That's going to be a big problem for companies when it comes to things like governance. And we can reduce the costs of cloud by automatically setting up policies around data that archive, purge, delete, and erase based upon GDPR, the right to forget type considerations. And then we're going to need to scale in the future with that volume, pure volume. We're not going to be able to sit and watch and click. We need someone or something, AI, to do that for us, automatically scale and be consumptive. The market's moving towards consumption, or consumptive costs around processing. And you need to scale your jobs. Do you want someone clicking it, doing it all the time? No, you need AI to do that as well. So scale on demand without recode. Again, total cost of ownership of this whole thing will go down substantially when you leverage the AI. And it will also help you in terms of the old world of being a CIO, in terms of delivery. Delivery in terms of reliability, robustness, resilience, and service level agreements as well. Okay? So those are some of my thoughts. I think we've probably got maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes. If there's any questions on AI, etc. By the way, that's my tagline there on Twitter. I do a lot of media and so on. There's some interesting pieces on AI and in information age at the moment. So if you're interested in following me and get insight on those types of things, please do so. But are there any questions?
So Greg, we've probably timed out a little bit.
Yep.
If there is any urgent questions, we'll take those, otherwise we'll wrap up there.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks. And thanks, Stuart, for coming on stage. Thank you, Greg.